Hello, my name is Reddy. That's supposed to be the way I introduce myself at meetups, face to face. But this one started rather strangely. I saw Nick about to cross the road, and I sneaked up behind him, jumped, and said, "Boo!" Well, in hindsight, that's probably not the wisest thing to do to someone who's about to cross the road, especially in Bangalore's traffic. But then again, I'm not really known for making the smartest choices when it comes to social interactions. What I do enjoy is the serendipity of social interactions, that interplay between a safe space and the possibility of mischievous danger that lurks beneath good intentions. I think that's where that excitement comes from. A lot of engagement becomes boring simply because it's safe. And a lot of it stays exciting because there's always the possibility that things might go to places you haven't thought of or imagined. The hardest part about organizing such meetups is ensuring that there's that foundation of safety while also leaving room for that spark of possibility which could border on danger, but not quite particularly so. Well, coming back to the meetup itself, man, I had such a lovely time. A whole bunch of eclectic people, some who were older than me, and many who were younger than me. And it's interesting how, in the startup space, age is never a factor for enthusiasm and excitement. A lot of people feel age atrophies imagination and enthusiasm, is often replaced with cynicism. But that's the beauty of being in the startup space, is that people are excited about possibilities and remain so regardless of the age they're at. I was late for the meetup, but I did manage to meet almost everyone there. And I loved how free flowing the conversation was. It was engaging, it was exciting. It was all the things that starting conversations always are. Let him go, dude. That guy was choking me with his smoke. But that ambulance right there was an example of a lean startup, right? It's the smallest sized vehicle that is capable of carrying people in an emergency through Bangalore's traffic. Makes more sense to have plenty of these around than the big ass ones. But then again, it's a trade off because you probably can carry less life saving equipment and gear in one of these, but it would still get you to the hospital faster where you have access to the bigger, better medical equipment. Right, where were we? Yep, meetups. The excitement of a meetup is always high, and my curiosity goes towards how this can be sustained in community interactions where you're meeting the same people on a regular basis. When you're meeting different people for the first time, there's always that spark. But when you're meeting the same people repeatedly in a similar environment, in a similar time and space, boredom tends to creep in. I think one of the interesting factors with this meetup is there was no common purpose to meeting, but there was a common personality at the center of the meeting. Like everyone wanted to meet Nick. That was the key factor. So, one of the important things about community building is building a personality persona, attract players to the. So, the concept of the interaction quotient, I believe the most valuable player is not the one who scores the highest in the playground and the game, but the one who can attract most people into the playground. And it was beautiful to see that in action. I'd read Nick's book years ago, and while I don't remember much from it, the very title itself struck out as the concept of a 2 hour cocktail party. I think most of my community circles currently feel exactly like that. They're just like 2 hour conversation parties, right? Conversation is the new cocktail. I feel conversation is also like cocaine, right? It gets you stoked, gets you amped up, gets you excited and energetic. And we all need that. Most people stay in their own heads. We need to get out, get the fuck out and play. Play with thoughts, play with words, play with ideas, play with feelings, and play with each other. And that's what meetups like these do. They get people engaged and interactive with one another instead of just staying in one's own head. And when a meetup has no purpose or agenda, it attracts a wider set of players with different capabilities and skills. And that's the fun part of it. You probably wouldn't have met these people if you had gone to a purpose oriented meetup where you're likely to meet the same kind of people as you, which is awesome, but that's where the safety factor comes in. The kind of interactions you're going to have, the kind of conversations you're going to have, are quite likely to be comfortably safe. The danger aspect of it comes in when You meet people from different backgrounds, you have people heading in different directions, and for this brief moment in time, we're all together and we have no idea where it's going to take us. We have no idea what the expected outcome is. So when I'm running my 3 circles in a week, the rocking circle, the riding cycle, and the riding circle, they're safe. You go to a biking circle, you're only going to meet bikers. You go to a writing circle, you're only going to meet writers. You go to a rocking circle, you're only going to meet people invested in physical activity. But with meetups like this, where there's no purpose and agenda, the serendipity explodes exponentially. And I'm grateful to Nick for creating the 2 hour cocktail party and creating this possibility of a meetup, this probability of us connecting and engaging and drawing more such people to the playground. We live in a world of infinite possibilities, and I'm eager to see where it takes us. By us, I mean you and me. Yep, you who's listening to this, who's watching this, tell me if we can play together.